here at Wakana, as well as one of the four co-founders. Real excited to be here as usual, bringing Wakana to you each and every day. This is the Diamond Factory, where like minds come together, get their day off to a great start by listening to other positive-minded individuals on the same path to spread generational health and wealth. And so this morning, we want to bring to you our VP of Training and Development, our own Coach Dan. This is someone I've known quite some time now. You know, I wanted to invite him into business over 10 years ago. He joined me briefly, but then he told me he would not do it again. He was not going to be involved in the social selling industry unless it was a company owned by us for us. And oh, what happened when we started Wakana? Guess who was one of the first people I called? Well, I'm glad we stayed in touch. And sometimes it takes that long to develop the relationship, because right now he and his family and me and Lewis feel like we started off as strangers, became friends, but now we are families. And look what it's turned out to be. He is now VP of Training here at Wakana, a ruby in our business, and coaching each of us to success. Are you out there, Coach Dan? You better be. After I did all of that. Oh my goodness. Where are you?
Absolutely, I'm out here. Hey, Miss Phyllis, how are you?
I'm awesome.
And good morning, Wakana. I trust and pray that all is well with everybody on this morning as we get ready. I mean, this is the second Wednesday of a brand new year, second Wednesday of the year of 2022. And I believe it's going to be an absolutely amazing year. Why is that? Because I believe that I have a few people that's on the line that have made a conscious decision to take control of their lives, take control over their financial lives, take control over their physical lives, and as a result, they'll be able to live the kind of life that they desire to live without the consideration of cost. And for me, that life is called freedom. And so if I was to steal a little bit from Miss Phyllis, I would say, welcome to the Freedom Call. Because when you get on this call, when you get go through all of the trainings, and when you do the work, literally you are building capacity to be free. Wait a minute now. What do you mean by that? You are building capacity to be free. Just like you work anything, if you work a muscle, it's going to get bigger. If you study in class, you're going to get smarter. If you work on your, they tell you when you're married, that's a lot of work. If you work on your marriage, the marriage is going to get better. Oftentimes, marriages don't grow together, they grow apart because they're not working on it together. They're not being honest with one another. They're not talking about what's going on or how they really feel. So they keep all of these feelings locked up inside. They do not do the work. And as a result, the marriage falls apart. And so, as in anything in life, if you do not work it, it will not work. I'll say that once again. If you do not work it, it will not work. I had an experience. Y'all know that I'm on this 21-day detox, and I had an experience last night when it was time for my dinner juice. When it was time for my dinner juice, that I had this terrible experience. And the terrible experience was I did not want the juice. Y'all get that? I did not want the juice. I did not want the juice. And at the moment I said I don't want to take this, guess what happened? Everything about my mind, everything about my body began to repel against it. And I said to my wife, I said, I messed up. And she said, how did you mess up? I said, because I told my mind, I spoke out of my mouth something different than I want in my heart. And as a result, my mind got out of alignment with my discipline. I'll say that again. My mind got out of alignment with my discipline. See, what you have to understand, if we was in the church, I would say when your mind is in alignment with your spirituality, and they're both on the same page, then you can produce the character and the nature of God in your life. However, in our context, when our mind is out of alignment with our heart and our mind is out of alignment with our discipline, then literally what you will do is hinder forward moving progress. And I know I'm not by myself. I know I'm not the only one that's on the line that's gotten on its detox, that's been drinking these juices 3 times a day, that's been eating these nuts, these seeds, eating this raw food, all of that type of stuff, and got to a point at one point in time and another said, I don't want this. And so what I had to do was I had to remember why I was doing it in the first place. And sometimes even remembering it, I had to go to a testimony that gave me encouragement in order to stay the course. Yesterday, our beloved Miss Phyllis, our midwife, our wonderful CSO, I'm talking about the absolutely amazing Phyllis Nash. Yesterday, she shared more about her testimony. She talked about her blood pressure being down. She talked about how great she feels, and she talked about how much energy she has. And so when I began to think about that, I began to say to myself, I don't want to take 8 pills a day. I don't want to be sluggish. I don't want to not be able to move freely and feel great. And so here's what I'm going to have to do. I'm going to have to tell my mind that I don't want the current body that I have so that I can do what I need to do to get the body that I want. Now, what does that have to do with those of you that's seeking to build business? Well, Coach said I came on this call this morning to get some training about how to get some more folks in my business, in my downline. I came on this call to see how I can get more customers. Well, here's what I want to tell you. I want to tell you that no matter what you're building, there's going to always be something. There's going to always be something that you're going to come against that is not going to make the building process easy, and that's especially in the business. So wherever you are, we've started this new year. We've had our resolutions and things of that nature. And now what I want to encourage you today is to simply do one thing, and that's stay the course. So last night, after I went through all of that stuff, I drank the juice. I drank the juice, and then I drank me a half a bottle of alkaline water, and I went to bed. And you know what? Guess what? I woke up this morning feeling fulfilled because I accomplished the goal from my yesterday. And there was a moment of opportunity where I could have totally aborted the entire process or compromised the integrity of the system, which would have then set me back to a place that I did not want to be. And so what I want to encourage you to do today is to stay the course. I want to encourage you to not allow temporary frustration, temporary fatigue, temporary failure, temporary losses, temporary no's to allow you to compromise the integrity of where it is that you decided, that you made a conscious decision that you wanted to be. It's absolutely essential that you stay the course. And what does staying the course mean? What staying the course means is, number one, work the system. And you know we're going to always tell you that when we come on these types of calls every week, every day, the truth is there's somebody new that is on these calls with us. There's somebody that haven't heard what it is that we're going to say. And the truth of the matter is success in our industry does not take a lot of content, but what it takes is a lot of commitment. So the content is typically going to be the same package in a different way that to help you make a conscious decision to commit to the cause of why you decided to make the decision in the first place, so that you can actually be healthier, that you can actually be wealthier, that you can actually come into a land of freedom and ultimately lead and live a legacy. And so this morning, it is very essential that you continue to work the system. Work the system. And in working the system, you're going to find some areas of the system that you're absolutely amazing at. You're going to find some areas of the system that you suck at. That's just the truth of the matter. But here's the deal. As you stay the course and work the system, what you'll begin to see organically, here's the key word, organically, you'll begin to see the system work. Let me show you. Let me paint a picture. Let me paint a picture for you. If you, there's this thing called swelling. If you hit your leg or hit your arm or something like that in your body begins to swell. And as it begins to swell, it begins to get bigger. It becomes inflamed. Matter of fact, when your body experiences some form of shock like that, the response and the defensive mechanism is actually swelling. And so you'll begin to swell. And over a period of time, you will find that the swelling will go down. It'll go back to its normal size. And then there you are. There you have it. Well, here's what I want to share with you today. And some of us, what happened was when we first got into the business, we hit it so hard. We shocked our system, shocked our mind. We grinded every day. We were on every call. We were talking to 10 people a day, and our business began to swell. But then all of a sudden, because we did not continue to stay the course with the same level of vigor, with the same level of tenacity, with the same level of stride and grit, because we did not continue to stay the course over a period of time, the swelling began to go down. And then now there's a sense, what sets in is a sense of disappointment. What sets in is things like, well, you gave it your best run. What sets in is moments in your mind that says, well, you gave it your all, and maybe now this is not for you, and you know what? This is not working anymore. There's too many people out here talking about it. CBD is oversaturated now. And so now you begin to tell yourself all of these reasons to justify why you should not continue to push, but absolutely stop. Well, no. You cannot do that. What happened was you did not build you did not begin to work a system that you had the capacity to work on a consistent basis. And in this business, you don't get rich overnight. You get rich over a period of time from working the system, taking the money that you're making from the system, reinvesting that money back into something that's going to yield you dividends. This is how you accumulate wealth. You work it until it doesn't. Listen, and let me tell you what I'm hearing say, you work it until it doesn't work no more. But here's what you have to learn how to do. Sometimes in the midst of the process, you may say, well, coach, I've been working a system and it's not working anymore. No, you just got to change how you position the proposition of your sale in the system. So the principles of the system will always work, but you have to understand when and how to apply the appropriate principles as it pertains to that system. You have to learn. This is what I learned about exercise. I don't do it as much as I will be doing it, but this is what I learned about exercise. What I learned about exercise, that if you do the exact same routine every single day, eventually your body is going to become adjusted to it. It's going to become immune to it, and it's not going to produce the type of results that you're going to want to produce. So what you have to do is, there are moments where you're going to have to change up the game, change up the strategy. The principles of the system will continue to work, but how you work those principles will determine the next outcome. Let me say that again. The principles of the system will continue to work, but how you work those principles is going to determine the outcome. So what that simply means is, if you've been working the system, doing the exact same thing over and over and over and over and over again, and now your results are starting to slow, then what you're going to have to do is change how you work some of the principles of the system. For example, if you had a run where you were sending those three videos, and then you give them 24 hours or 48 hours, and you set up a time that you're going to follow up with them or what have you, and then all of a sudden it seems like that's not working anymore, then maybe what you do is say, okay, I'm not going to send the standardized custom videos. I'm going to actually ask members that have experienced success on my team. I'm going to ask them to give me testimonial videos. And when they give me testimonial videos, I'm going to send them those videos. But I'm not just going to send it to anybody. I'm going to send the testimonial videos that people are living a healthier life. They're losing a lot of weight. I'm going to ask Kathy, who's lost 36 pounds, to send me a testimonial video. I'm going to ask Miss Phyllis, who's lost all that weight, then got slim and all trim, to send me a testimonial video. And then I'm going to send it to some of the, I would say, those that are overly endowed when it comes to their body weight and that have told me that they're looking to lose weight. I'm going to send those videos out to them because now then I'm going to follow up with them and ask them, what do you think? Y'all see that? We work the same principles. We just changed how we work it. That's going to change the outcome. So as I said, I'm out of time. It's 8:15. Y'all know I try to be integral on time, and I was on the road. But here's what I want you to do today. This is what I want you to take away. I want you to take away from this principle right here. Don't speak what you don't want to see. That means whatever you speak out of your mouth, make certain is what you want to see in your life. Because at the moment that you speak it, your mindset gets in agreement with it. And if it's contrary to what you desire, then the result is not going to be something that you're happy with. That's point one. Number two, as we continue to stay the course, we want to continue to work the principles, but evaluate how we're working those principles to assure that the principles that we're working are actually working. And then the last one is, whatever you do, don't quit. Have the way you feel right now. Have the way you felt, like I felt last night. Whatever you do, continue. Stay the course, and I assure you, you'll get to where you desire to be. All right, listen, the only way you won't cross the finish line is if you stop walking or if you stop moving. So keep on moving, and eventually you're going to cross that finish line that you started out to get to. All right, I'm not finished, but I'm going to stop right here, and I'm going to pass it back to the wonderful, the warm, the amazing, the fantabulous, my dear friend, my sister, my big sister, sometime mama, auntie, midwife, Phyllis Nash. God bless y'all and prosper.
Thank you so much, Coach Dan. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad you're getting through. Hey, guys, I know a lot of you are going through your 21-day cleanse, and sometimes you need to reach out. Sometimes you just need to think about what you want the end to look like. You need to just get through that moment, because the moment only lasts for a moment. You know, it doesn't last forever. So if you need to reach out to somebody for a little support, whatever your thoughts are, look at that picture about what you want to look like, whatever it is, do it, because it makes such a difference. And I'm glad you are hanging in there. I'm glad you gave this message, because this is a time when people need to hear other people going through the same thing. And that's what this call is about, so to support one another and to get us to the next step, to keep taking us higher. And Coach Dan, you do that every Wednesday morning. And so, guys, today at 6:30, Coach Dan will be on with his training, and at 7 o'clock, you can plug people in to Why Wakana. And with that being said, go out and have a Wakana kind of day. Talk to you later. Thanks, everybody. Bye now.